Hey guys, what's up? Zombie here. As you noticed, I'm using a different microphone right now. I'll get into that in just a second. Today we're going to be doing a microphone review, and I'm going to do the entire review from the new microphone. This is probably not going to be the microphone I do for most of the playthroughs because I can't seem to find the clip for my dynamic microphones. I'm looking for it. Right now I have a bunch of the clamps for the condenser microphones, but I can't seem to find my regular microphone stand clip. I'll be looking for it. I'll try and find it. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about this microphone. I got it from the wonderful people at Fifine. This was provided to me for the sake of doing a review, just for full disclosure for YouTube, because I'm required to say that. At least I think it's a requirement, but I'd rather be on the safe side. So there you are on that, and we're trying to hold this about 4 inches from my mouth the entire time, so you can tell what it's going to be like in a decent range if you hold it consistently there, if you're holding it in your hand. I'll do some range testing in a second, and I'm going to tell you about the specs. The specs inside the nice handy little booklet. Okay, so first what you need to do when you get this, of course get AAA and AA batteries. 2 AAA batteries are going into the receiver that you plug into your audio interface because it uses a normal microphone jack, and then, you need 2 AA batteries to go into the end of this. The whole bottom part screws off, you put 2 AA's in, you're good to go. And there's a switch on here for powering it on, and a switch on the receiver for powering that on. And then you don't need any phantom power. This is all running without phantom power. Normally you'd think you wouldn't be sure because it might not specify it. But no, you don't need phantom power for this. So you're good as long as you just have something like an interface to plug it into or an adapter. That would be fine too. To go from the 1/4 inch to the 3.5 millimeter inch. Okay guys, so jumping into this, I'm going to talk about some of the specs for this. For the receiver, let's see, the frequency the wireless receiver functions at is 560 megahertz, 565 megahertz to 584 megahertz. Its sensitivity is -95 decibels. The SN radio, it has more than 58 decibels. For frequency response, the receiver can handle 50 hertz to 18 kilohertz. The power supply, of course, is 2 AAA batteries. For the microphone, let's see, of course it's a dynamic microphone. That's what its function is. It's not a condenser, as you can see. A condenser is the line I normally use. Oh, and I didn't tell you what model this is, by the way. This is actually the Fifine K025, which is also going to be in the description below if you wanted to get this. This is going to be in the description below. Whenever I do a review, it's in the description, so check below. Okay, so that's the model for it. The impedance level is at 600 ohms, plus or minus 30%. The sensitivity is 50.6, plus or minus 1 decibel. Right, negative 50.6 at 1 kilohertz. The frequency response is 50 hertz to 18 kilohertz. It can handle pretty much every vocal range, you know, it's pretty good. Let's see, that's frequency response. The direction is unidirectional. So it's not omnidirectional, it's one directional. It's a cardioid polar pattern. So it can pick me up if I'm over here, but not over here. So it picks up in front of the microphone pretty much, because it's a dynamic microphone. If that makes more sense to you guys now. I'll show you the curve in a second, so you can see all the specs for it. Let's see, the operating temperature, you don't really need to know that, but that's -29 Celsius to 43 Celsius, which is a pretty good range. It's not going to fry unless you leave it in a hot car in the dead middle of summer. But if you do that, then shame on you anyways, because you can't do that with any technology. It'll melt the solder point, or the solder points, you know? Okay, the construction is suspension type microphone, so you normally have it held on something in front of you. I'm holding it in my hand, but it's wireless, so it's nice because then you can walk around with the microphone. It's good for that. And I am holding it at about a little less than 1 fist length, so like 4 inches away from my mouth right now. So you can tell what it's like from that distance. And I naturally have a deep, boomier voice, so it's going to sound a little deeper from me, but it does tend to have kind of a boomy sound. And if you want, I can show you the curve for this. Actually, you can kind of see it right there. Pretty good little webcam. But yeah, we're going to get back into this, guys. My thoughts on this, it picks up a little quiet. It doesn't run very hot, so you might have to turn up your volume a little higher. I'm at about 70% right now on my Euphoria UMC 202 HD. That's my audio interface, and I have it set to about 70% right now, no pad. I have it plugged directly into that. That's plugged into my computer. Nothing else in the middle. So, as you can notice, I did test this out a little bit to hear it. It picks up a lot of plosives, and I have a windscreen on over it. So I'll take that off in a second just so you can hear what it's like with plosives. Are you ready? Okay, now this is telling you what it's like with plosives. When I say puh, 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 tuh, tuh, tuh. It's picking up a lot of that. When I don't have a windscreen on it, a lot more is noticeable. Sure, it's not as muffled, but it picks up a lot of that because there's a very thin windscreen underneath the surface of the end. So my big suggestion, really my only suggestion that just really caught my eye that I would make this hint for, maybe increase the thickness of that just a little bit to help out with the plosives. Let me switch back, guys. Okay, we're back with the windscreen on it. Helps your ears out a little bit. Windscreens, you can get it for like $2. Get a windscreen. It really helps. It's wonderful. If not, then get a pop filter. A pop filter, if you have a microphone stand, you just clip it onto the microphone stand and you put the screen in front. And it helps a lot. It picks up all those plosives and it reduces them a little bit, makes it sound a little less boomy. It's great. And you're never going to talk directly into the microphone. You're going to talk straight ahead when the microphone is pointed at you. So you're outside of kind of an off angle, and all your plosives and all your sounds go right past it, but it's still picking up the majority of everything. So that's proper microphone technique. That's what you should do. But getting back into this, guys, we're going to talk about the distance. So right now it's about 4 inches away. You can see how far this is. I'm going to put it closer to my mouth at about 2 inches because some people like to sing closer up. So it's about right here. This is what it sounds like. You can hear the microphone. I'm not doing any editing to change how it sounds. You hear the pure microphone, no noise removal or anything. This is about 10 inches away from my face. See? You can see it. This is about 10 inches away from my face. I can see it clicking. It's definitely picking up my voice. It's a little quieter because dynamic microphones are like that. Now back at the comfortable about 4 inches away from my face. 4 to 5 inches. That's the comfortable range for this kind of microphone because it's pretty good range. So you're not so close you're getting a lot of plosives, and you're not so close that it's going to be a really deep boom, boom, boom every time you talk. If you have a higher voice, it's probably better for you. This kind of microphone's probably a lot better. It'll give you a bit more warm tone. If you have a much deeper, bassy voice like I do, this is me trying to sound higher right now, a little bit higher. If I just talk normal, it's going to end up like this, and then it's going to sound really muddy. So if I talk like this, it's a little bit better. It's not quite as muddy, and you can tell the difference. If you have a higher voice, this is probably really good for you. Singers, oh, this is great for you. My wife is probably going to use this like crazy. She loves karaoke. She loves to stand up and hands moving. It's wonderful. She's going to dig this. She's going to love this. My kids are actually looking at it. They're like, ooh. So they're going to love this. I'm probably going to use this several times as well whenever I don't want to be stuck sitting at the computer. I want to be up or away over there, and we're recording something with friends. Hold on. I've been coughing recently, guys, so if I pause it like that, that's just because I've been coughing and I don't want you to hear that. Because, ouch on your ears. But no, seriously, guys. Anytime I'm going to be recording something like gameplay, sitting on the back couch with cousins or something, I can use something like this. This is wonderful because I can just hold it close to our mouth or something, just have it on a microphone stand close to us, and it's great. And you can tell that there's not much handling noise as I'm passing it back and forth between my hands. I'm holding it, but I'm going to let you hear what it sounds like for a second while I pass it back and forth so you can tell what the handling noise is. It's definitely picking up a sound. I have a ring on both hands. I can see it's picking up noise, so you probably heard that. So it's best to get a stand with a clip on it or something so you can set it in there. Then it will stay still. Hands-free is the best option. It always is. That's just how it is. If you have a microphone arm with any kind of clip, get it. Use it. It's best. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the wonderful people at Fifine Technology. They are amazing. They make good quality products. Any critiques I have on it, of course, increase the thickness of the windscreen that's in the top of it just a little bit. That would probably help out immensely with the plosive reduction. And I would also suggest something like maybe use a little bit thicker, either thicker plastic. It has a plastic frame on it. The frame feels a little cheap. So if you really just wanted like more of a premium feel, then maybe just use aluminum. That would actually work pretty well. It'd be pretty solid. I mean, I don't think anyone would ever complain about that. Even the cheapest microphone I have ever had that was it the CAD U1 microphone, known as like one of the worst microphones ever. I love the body of that microphone, and it feels sturdy because it has an aluminum shell with like a rubber coating on the outside. Doesn't cost too much, and it really just says quality. So, I mean, a lot of people don't even care that it was a cheaper made microphone, bottom of the barrel, the CAD U1, but because the build quality of the body was so good, it kind of just fooled a lot of people in that, and they got it anyways. This one, it's really good internals. It sounds good. I actually like how it sounds. It's nice quality. I'm just saying it might be a little better on longevity. It'll last longer, and it'll just feel better for the buyer. It'll feel more premium if it has something like a slight metal body with a rubber coating, things like that. Just increase the increase the overall heft of it. You know, that really says you put a little more effort into it. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying something to think about because I love it. I'm liking it. It's actually pretty cool. Me and my daughter were going back and forth doing a sound test earlier to see what it sounded like. Like I did it on different volume levels. I tested it with compression. I tested it with the noise levels of it, how it sounds after treatment. It sounds really good, and you can do a lot with it. You can do a lot with the microphone. I like it. You really don't need to do that much on compression, actually, because it's pretty good at picking up the lower range voices. So I like that. It doesn't have that really bright, high-end tone. I like a warm tone. And this definitely has that lower-end warm tone, which is very nice in my opinion. People who like warmth will love this. If you like singing, you probably also want that warm tone in your voice. So, there's my thoughts, everyone. That's the end of it. I really hope you enjoyed watching this. Go check the links below in the description to check out their website. I'll have a link to the Fifine Technology website, as well as the Amazon link for this microphone. It costs $29.99, I think, so about $30 in US dollars, and it's good. Check it out. You hear it right now. This is what it sounds like. If you're doing something like YouTube like I am, it's not a bad option. So it's definitely better than the CAD U1. Don't get the CAD U1. Get this instead. It's wireless, and it's wonderful, and I like it because, check it out. Hold on. I'm going to sit back. There. I'm sitting all the way back here, and it works fine. There's no issues. I don't have to hold it closer to my face or anything. It probably has a good 15 to 30 foot range, I would guess. I could probably step out of the room, and it would still work. So I'm pretty comfortable about that. And there you go. Now you've seen the different tests. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I'll reply to you. I love talking to you guys in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. And subscribe if you want to see more. I also have a playlist on my channel of all the reviews I've done. So check it out. See you guys later. Bye.